Everyone is a creature of God. And if you think you are truly religious, you must love the other creatures of God. Because you did not give life to anyone. You cannot create a human being. It is God who created all of us.
Love him, hate him, you cannot ignore this guy.
If he walked into this room, he'll greet you like this.
Oh, is it that?
He's young. He's in his 30s.
But also it is the messaging. Put Africa first.
Ibrahim Traoré is a symbol. And a symbol is part of the system. So what young people must realize that success is not an individual achievement.
This dude is the man. This dude is the man. This dude is the man. In the same week, this man, Ibrahim Traoré, said no to Trumpy, Saudi Arabia.
Where did you see the rousing welcome Burkina Faso's Captain Ibrahim Traoré received during President John Mahama's
Everyone is a creature of God. And if you think you are truly religious, you must love the other creatures of God. Because you did not give life to anyone. You cannot create a human being. It is God who created all of us.
Captain Ibrahim Traoré reveals what people never expected. Don't skip any part of this speech if you want to understand everything he said.
You do not have the ability to create a human being, and yet you want to kill someone just because they do not follow you in your life. Why? But ask yourself the right question. Are we cursed? But if you look at the history of Christianity, many people in Europe are Christians and all that. In 2026, do you hear about anyone wanting to kill his brother because of a disagreement from the West? Because of religion? He doesn't love his brother, he wants to kill his brother? Have you heard that anywhere? Go to Saudi Arabia, which is the very cradle of Islam. Today in Saudi Arabia, do people fight? Do they want to kill each other because someone else isn't Muslim? But why is it that we as black people are so often ready to hate our own brothers and even ready to kill them just because we think it's serious? It is truly a tragic situation. Why are you ready to kill them when you are not even capable of giving life? And you know very well that God forbids you to kill. True Muslims, when a mosquito bites them, they don't even have the right to kill it. They have to catch it and cut off one of its wings. That's what it said. So stop that. Instead of filling your heads with this, yes, it is said you are fighting Islam. If that's it, if that's what your Islam is, then we will fight against it. This really isn't just about him at all. Many people often claim that it's a religion centered on peace. But you extremists, you need to get a grip. If you don't get a grip, in any case, the fight has begun. That's what led to terrorism. It's extremism. Who says no? The other one, he must be killed. Because why? No, please take it easy, take it easy. Believe it or not, there are even some people out there just like that. Absolutely every single thing they might want to do, they say, oh no, that's only for the kafirs. That is strictly for the kafir. Now, Morel, since you were the one who made all of this happen, what do you have to say about that? I'm saying it because it's true, we really left it on a cliffhanger. About what? About preaching. And it will continue. If people keep going, it will continue. We will suspend them from preaching if someone just goes off randomly. And that's where I want to say again that I congratulate all those imams, brave, dignified, and patriotic, who continue to preach the good word and awaken people's consciences. We see many of them and we congratulate them, we encourage them. But the extremists, we will fight them. If you think you can live in the 7th century, then go. Find a bush, sit there and live. Because normally, everything is haram.
Ibrahim Traoré is a symbol. And a symbol is part of the system. So what young people must realize that success is not an individual achievement. You achieve because you are part of a team. Traoré is being heard as saying, you the neo-colonizers who have given us the short hand of the stick, You reap where you have not sown. You take our uranium, you take our resources, you take our minerals, and you give us a pittance. You are not going to do it anymore.
Where did you see the rousing welcome Burkina Faso's Captain Ibrahim Traoré received during President John Mahama's inauguration on January 7th? The Burkina Faso leader, stood out as he arrived in full camouflage. The only leader allowed to carry a gun at the ceremony. Well, while most dignitaries wore suits or traditional attires, Traoré's appearance drew attention and admiration from the crowd. A very interesting moment. What do you think?
Now this video you see, this is the return of Ibrahim Traoré. You see the streets on his way back to Ouagadougou. Look at the population, look at the happiness. No, bro, I believe this is what we call democracy. Power to the people. Now the people have the power. They love, respect and accepted the president. So what is the problem? Forget about the means that he came to power. Election is just another means. There is no fair election in Africa, so we all know that. So what is so special about election? Because if you are telling me about democracy is the power to the people, and now the people want Ibrahim Traoré, and you said no, that means democracy is not about the people. Democracy is about election. Now we have realized they are tricking us. So you can see clearly, because this type of love, imagine this is just a small city. Almost the entire village or the entire city, everyone came outside to bid him farewell. So the narrative you are listening to and the things you see with your eyes is too different. So it's really for you to see evidence like this video now, not someone in a faraway land trying to narrate something like a storytelling for you and then you believe it. Look at how much people love this man, and it is what it is.
And so guys, Captain Ibrahim Traoré has sent a very powerful warning, that to warn those people who uses religion to benefit themselves or to unalive people in the name of the religion. That is something that Captain Ibrahim Traoré has really emphasized and warned people of Africa, not only in Burkina Faso, just to educate them on how good to live with one another and to get rid of this hatred that people do have in most of many nations, just in terms of because of greed, okay? And also those politics that you find people coming in and trying to unalive one another just because of politics things or tribal things. That is something that Captain Ibrahim Traoré has really emphasized, and you have just seen in this video. And guys, let me tell you something about Captain Ibrahim Traoré. Many people love this particular person very, very much, and so many people have united to come and call on the unity of Africa by this particular person who is Ibrahim Traoré. They are really cheering him up for him to unite Africa and for Africa to be one, because many times we have been divided by many political things, and people come to divide Africans. They come and blackmail Africans in such a way that they feel like they are not even worth. Africa is a very rich country, a nation, not country. People think Africa is country, by the way, but Africa is made up of many countries. That is 54 countries, and all these countries are really they have the resources, but they find out most of the time people come from outside and steal these resources just in the name of protecting Africans, in the name of trying to bring some things to blackmail Africans. So Captain Ibrahim Traoré is really against that, and you have just seen a lot of things that he have done in Burkina Faso. In this video, in this channel, guys, I'll be bringing you so many things that Captain Ibrahim Traoré has done for Burkina Faso, and you guys will be really amazed. So make sure, guys, you watch these videos and subscribe so that whenever I upload, you'll be ready to watch my videos about Captain Ibrahim Traoré very soon. So watch till the end, guys, and that's what we do here. And I hope you guys get to learn something new, and give this video a thumbs up and let me know what you think about this video in the comment section below. Thank you.
Like I said in the other video, yesterday Captain Ibrahim Traoré paid a visit to the Yatga region. It's one of the regions in Burkina Faso. You know, Burkina Faso is broken down into regions, right? Some other countries call them states. Some other countries call them provinces, right? So he visited the Yatga region. And when he went there, he went to talk with his people. For those who know him, he has always done this. He visits from one region to another, from one city to another, to see the realities of what is going on in his country, so that he can practically find solutions to resolving those problems. So that is one of the major things he went to Yatga region to do, to discuss with the people, to talk with the traditional leaders, to talk with the governors, to talk with the prefect and all authorities and the locals in that region. So when he listened to all the problems they listed, he started discussing with them, making them know how the government is going to practically resolve those problems one after the other. He told them that he is not a politician who will come here because of votes to promise heaven and earth, and then once they vote him, he turns around and nothing is done, right? He made them to understand that those problems will be resolved, and some are already on the pipeline to be resolved. Now, aside that, there is something he mentioned yesterday. He gave a strong warning and he explained something that people are trying to push narratives about. Because there is a narrative going on in Burkina Faso that the president is number one. In French, it's way more heavier, right? They say le numéro un du pays et le numéro deux, right? So after the president, they always find someone whom they think is a number two. And then they would start pushing narratives about that person, and it can get into the person's mind, and that becomes easier for them to use that person to, cause chaos. You know what I mean? So yesterday, Captain Ibrahim Traoré addressed that situation. He started by telling people that the situation they are living today is not absolutely the same like the era of Thomas Sankara. In the days of Sankara, he was locked up in prison by the regime that was in place during his time. And Blaise Compaoré, who was his friend, had to topple the regime, released Sankara from prison, and then Sankara became the president of Burkina Faso back then. He made them to know that he was not in prison, where someone will come to release him and then become some number two or number three or number whatsoever they want to call it, right? He told the people that the day he decided that he's done with the frustration that the Damiba regime was causing the people, he took his men and he was the one who took the lead to go bring down that regime. He further explained that when they got to Ouagadougou, he did not go and hide in one hotel and begin to drink tea and then wait for his people to go do it. And then in the evening, he appears at RTV, that's the national TV, to declare that he is now in control of the country. He said that was not what happened. He was the one who practically led the operation and they took over the country. And he has lost his youthful age. And he told them that he did not decide to sacrifice his youthful age to come and play. He has a vision. He has a line of conduct. And that the ministers who are working with him is because they have understood where the country is going, where he is going. And that is the reason they're working together. And so anyone who is being allowed to fall for that trap of being number one, number two, or whatsoever, that if you fall in that trap, he is not going to spare you, because that is a trap that they are trying to set for you. His mission is to take that country out of the terrible rut that the past politicians had put that country into. Man, Captain Ibrahim Traoré, that dude is out of this world. I'm telling you, if we have people like that at the helms of our countries in Africa, 10 years, Africa becomes a different place altogether.
I don't know if you guys feel it, but the time for Africa has come. The time for Africa has arrived. I'm so excited. I saw this 3-5 years ago. The time for Africa has come. Africa unites, because we are moving right out of Babylon. Hey, and we're going to our father's land. Today, Africans marched in unity. Africans marched not based on tribalism. Africans marched not based on partisan politics. Africans marched to save a life, to save a leader. Ibrahim Traoré, hands of Ibrahim Traoré. We are the children of Rasta man. Africa unites. Cause we are moving right out. Bob Marley knew what he was talking about. We didn't understand. Kwame Nkrumah knew what he was talking about. We didn't understand. Thomas Sankara knew what he was talking about. We didn't understand. Now our eyes have opened. The conscience of a black man is awakened, and we are marching in solidarity today with Burkina Faso, Burkina Bay. Who knew a small country like Burkina Faso? But because of captain, our general, Ibrahim Traoré, the whole world will hear about it. I told you guys that we've come into a time of transparency and accountability, and this is what you are seeing. This is the Afritude movement, where we are raising a generation of people to have an African attitude. No more are we going to be ashamed of this skin. No more are we going to be ashamed of our blackness. No more. We are going to walk in it in pride. Africa must unite, hook or crook. Peace out, and this is the Afritude movement.
This dude is the man. This dude is the man. This dude is the man. In the same week, this man, Ibrahim Traoré, said no to Trumpy, Saudi Arabia, and Air France. In the same week, Trumpy invited Captain Ibrahim Traoré to come to the US and have a meeting with him. He said no. Not only that, he said no. He said, and I quote, "No, I'm busy building my country." Elite. And Trump got mad. He said that was disrespectful and he was going to put sanctions on Burkina Faso. Yo, this dude is the man. This dude is the man. Saudi Arabia approached him. They wanted to build 200 mosques in Burkina Faso. He said, and I quote, he said, "No, our people can pray anywhere. If the people in Gaza can still pray while they're getting bombed, our people in Burkina Faso can also pray. We don't need mosques." He said, "We do not need mosques. We need schools, we need hospitals, we need companies, we need businesses, we need industries, but we do not need mosques." Elite. This dude is the man. This dude is the man. A few weeks ago, maybe a month, Air France said that they would not send the planes in Burkina Faso because Burkina Faso was a red zone, right? And Captain Ibrahim Traoré said, "Okay, if you're not going to send your planes here, that's fine. All these other companies are sending their planes here, and you are saying that our country is a red zone. No problem." Fast forward this week, Air France got in contact with Ibrahim Traoré, and this time they're like, "We would like to send our planes in Burkina Faso moving forward." And he said, and I quote again, "Before you start sending your planes over here, make sure that you tell the rest of the world that Burkina Faso is not a red zone. Tell them that Burkina Faso is a green zone before you can start sending your planes over here, because you were the ones putting that in the press that we were a red zone. No problem. You want to send your planes over here? Cool. But you got to make sure that you tell the rest of the world that Burkina Faso is a green zone from now on." Elite. This dude is the man. Meanwhile, the president of Congo is over here begging Donald Trump for help. I'm so embarrassed.
Love him, hate him, you cannot ignore this guy.
He walked into this room, he'll greet you like this.
Oh, is it that?
He's young. He's in his 30s.
But also it is the messaging. Put Africa first. Welcome to Unanswered Questions. Now, this is all about doing that. answering Africa's unanswered questions. And today we're going to start off with, what everybody is talking about.
Captain Ibrahim Traoré of Burkina Faso?
Yes. Love him, hate him, you cannot ignore this guy. A very young, charismatic guy, came into the picture in 2022. Yeah, just tell us a bit more about him and why. My goodness, everywhere you go, comments, views. Anything you do currently about Ibrahim Traoré, you're bound to get a lot of engagement.
You use the right word, charismatic. If he walked into this room, he'll greet you like this.
Oh, is it that?
And he's young. He's in his 30s. And he ascended to power at a time when the average age of African leaders was more advanced, probably in the upwards of 50. But look at this person. He's 30s. He comes to power and has a message that resonates, hits the chord of every African from Algeria all the way down to South Africa.
Yeah.
So when you say he is charismatic, it's true. You look at how he was received in Ghana when he went to attend the inauguration of President John Mahama in January. Everybody literally was on their feet cheering this guy. And even Mahama acknowledged that he received the most cheers. So besides the messaging that he has, Africa first, we will rise, there is victory that is in the offing for us. He is also likable. He is young. The average age of African people is probably below 25.
Yeah,
so he has an audience, a huge audience.
And then what is this? Again, you said one of the other important things, there's that charisma that he has, but also it is the messaging. Put Africa first. Let's take what is ours, sovereignty and all that kind of messaging. Why now? Why is that message resonating so much?
Look, in the last year, thereabouts or two, there has been a serious, notable shift in terms of Africa's relations with the West. If you look at the West African part of Africa, Mali, Niger, Burkina Faso are saying, look, we don't want French forces. We don't want French powers on our land. Côte d'Ivoire has also joined the trail, and it is saying that we will no longer use France as one of our major languages. Yes, it will be there, but it will not gain the prominence it used to get. And also renaming the streets after the local people. So this person, this president of Burkina Faso, comes in at a time when there is a widespread quest and hunger for autonomy in the African continent. And his messaging, like I said, is put Africa first. Let us trade within ourselves. Let us rise. Let us empower ourselves to a point where we don't have to depend on the West. When he met Russia's President Vladimir Putin recently, he said, look, we don't want so much. We just want knowledge.
Technology transfer.
Technology transfer. From there, then we will be able to lift ourselves up. Other than you giving us aid every other time, that will always keep us dependent.
All right, so the messaging, Africa for Africans. But we can talk about, all this. But is he walking the talk?
I know I'll be fried for saying it's both. Yes, to a great extent, and also there are some areas that he needs improvement on. And now we'll, of course, look at the data, because I don't want to speak from a point of opinion, but rather figures that will either back up what I'm saying or not. So if you look at the economy of Burkina Faso between 2010 and 2019, it grew consistently by 6%. Then there was a little bit of a downturn between 2020 and 2021 because of COVID-19. But again, in his first year as president, that was in 2023, because he came to power in September 2022. So in his first year, the economy rebounded. The inflation slowed from 14% in 2022 to below 1% in 2023, meaning the prices of food, items, and basic commodities was almost manageable for everyone. That is something huge. And these are data or statistics according to the African Development Bank. And agriculture is a major player of Burkina Faso's food security quest. And you can imagine 80% of the land, they grow 3 crops, 80% of their farmland. That is sorghum, millet, and maize. Again, if you look at Burkina Faso's debt level, the African Development Bank classifies it as moderate, meaning it is not risking going into debt distress.
Kind of manageable.
There are many African countries, several, that are in debt distress currently. But the most important thing is that there was a very viral claim in March of this year that President Traoré had paid off all the external debt, all.
Yeah, I saw that, and it gained a lot of traction.
Yes.
And every time I see these kind of things, I go and try and check some outlets where you can verify, but it wasn't an accurate claim.
Yeah, that claim was incorrect. If you look at what the African Development Bank and other international lenders say, by the end of 2024, Burkina Faso had an external debt of $5.6 billion. That is by December 2024. And this claim was made in March. So does it mean that between December and March, Burkina Faso raised 5.6 billion US dollars? There's the question. And when you look at the country's foreign exchange reserves, forex reserves, today as they stand, they're slightly below 1 billion US dollars. So it simply means even if Burkina Faso used its entire 1 billion US dollars to pay the external debt, they'll still be in arrears of over 4 billion US dollars. So it is not true that Captain Ibrahim Traoré managed to offset the country's external debt.
That's where we wrap our video. We just I just want to show you guys that Captain Ibrahim Traoré, people love him so much because he's a guy who unites Africa and who thinks the best for Africa and is trying to bring Africa to another level. Guys, what do you think about? If you love Captain Ibrahim Traoré, guys kindly let me know in the comment section, and also subscribe so that you guys can watch and know what's happening around Africa and how Africa is going to grow and be something very like to grow and be at a far end that we have always wanted to grow, So let me know what you think about this video. I'll be happy if you subscribe also and give this video a thumbs up. Also, guys, you can share it so that other people can see this video. Credits belongs to the original creators of these videos that you've just seen here. And thanks to them, we have these videos. And that's how we do it, guys. I'll be ending here. Until next time, have a great morning, afternoon, and evening. Peace, one love, guys.